Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining me here in the Psychic Flow. I'm your host, Carolan Carey, and I am delighted to be with you this evening. We were just discussing a few things. Reverend Tiffany, who is our producer, we were just talking about a couple of ideas that I'm going to float past you. Right after I finish a couple of little announcements here. If you are joining us on Rumble, hello to our Rumble viewers. We have quite a nice crowd over there. Thanks for being with us tonight. If you are joining us on there, you can give us a plus sign. If you would like to contribute to the show, you can do that via my Venmo account, which is Carolan Carey, Carolan-Carey, Carolan-Carey. If you would like to contribute to the show on YouTube, you can do that. Hit the super sticker feature, and they're $4.99 and above is our donation. If you make, those people will go first, either on Rumble or on YouTube. We'll take their questions and do their readings first. That's the advantage. If you would like to support the show with that in spirit, without financial obligation, you most certainly may do that. And we really appreciate it if you hit the like button and share and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when we're live again. We are streaming from Twitter, which I think is my Carolan Carey, the Psychic Medium of Sarasota. I think that's my title on there. On Facebook, it is the Psychic Medium of SRQ Sarasota. That's my, and I have a group page as well. My main page is Carolan Carey, and it has the lighthouse with the flag on it. That's my main page where I comment a lot. I'm also on Instagram. You can catch me on there. And where else are we streaming live? Oh, and we are uploaded to BitChute if you would like to catch up. And you can always catch up on my website, carolancarey.com. It has my the most recent show our producers upload to our websites. So you can see that just on the front page of the website. You can go back to the latest show there. My blog, The Lighthouse, is also on there. Some other extracurricular activities, I can't even say that I'm doing, or my thoughts, or my not highly regarded opinions. But you can see that you kind of get a drift of who I am. If you'd like to book a reading with me, that would be fabulous. Go to the website. You can email me there at through there, or and my phone number is on there. You can reach me at Facebook. You can Facebook message me. That is good as well. What else, Tiffany, do I have to announce? Let's see. Our next spiritual message circle is what, the 26th, August 26th, 8 p.m. You can go to Goldylocks Productions website and check that out. If you'd like to join us, it's a $20 fee, and you get 4 to 5 readings from the show hosts. And it's a good buy and a lot of fun. We have a great time together. So that's that. If you are listening on our audio platforms, welcome, welcome, welcome. I will read out the question if I get any, and I will read back any validation that I get. I'm going to try to do spirit messages tonight, but I do have a couple of cards as well that I may pull. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do this yet, but we'll figure that out. Also, here is a question, and I'll ask it again when we get a few more people on. Hi, Carol and Linnell. Hi, nice to see you as well. Ruth is here. Wellness Mary. Hi, how are you? We have a wonderful new feature on StreamYard, which is our streaming platform here for classes. What are we calling those? Master classes. And I haven't taught a class in a while. And I think Ruth is contemplating doing that as well. What ideas, what kind of classes would you be interested in taking? And keep in mind that you can sign up. You'll be able to sign up on this platform, pay, and reserve your spot. And it will be affordable. My classes will be affordable. I will make sure of that. It's the interest and perpetuating the interest in either spirit communication psychic things, the psychic arts, reading auras, that kind of thing. If there's something that you are interested in those fields, let me know. Write it in the comments, and we'll consider that for a class. Okay. So thank you so much for joining us. Okay, we got a couple of wonderful show hosts with us now. Wellness Mary is on now. Would you put Mary's show up for me? I think she's on Monday on Goldylocks Productions. Could you put that up? What day her show is? So thank you, Mary, for joining us tonight. I appreciate you. And I always forget we have a couple of new people on. Marsha Culver is another new person. I'm not sure if she's Monday or Tuesday. I forget now. So if Tiffany could do that for me, we can give a shout out to their shows. We also have Ruth Saltman joining us tonight. She is Wednesday evenings last night. Fabulous author, and her website is ruthsaltman.com. Please check that out. She is a designer, artisan, and author. So we are very proud of her, the privilege to work with her, and she is here with us tonight. So there we go. Let me see if I have any other co-hosts on here. Show hosts. Not yet. Okay. Carol, thank you. In-depth tarot. Okay. Well, let me see what I can do about that. We can talk about that. Okay. Thank you, Carol, for your donation. Thank you, Robert, for your donation. So we'll go ahead and start, and it will probably have more people joining us. So in the beginning, I kind of take my time. And then in the middle of the show, everybody starts jumping on. And then I have to speed it up. Oh, here's Mary's Wellness Mary's show is on Wednesday at 4 p.m. Okay. Beautiful essence. Now, did you just have Vincent Jenna on, Mary? I know him. He visited a church I was at in Sarasota, and I met him several years ago. Wonderful guy. So I didn't recognize his face initially, but I recognized his voice. I was catching your show. So I think that was your show, right? Correct me if I am wrong. Okay. So let's see. Carol says she is interested in in-depth tarot. Now, tarot is not my forte, but we can go there. It's not like I'm not familiar with it. I am familiar with it. Probably not the best teacher in it, but we can do an overview of what the major arcana is and the minor cards, things like that. We can do that. We can also show how to me, what's more important as a spirit medium and a psychic is what is your impression of the card? Like when I hold a card up, I don't have any tarot with me right now, do I? No. It's your interpretation, what your feeling is. Another hint, there's a lot of good readers out there on YouTube, interesting and different. And I can certainly refer you to a couple of those that are outstanding. Different methods. I can definitely do that. One is the Soul Pool, and you can catch her on, is she on Facebook? She's on Facebook, and she is on YouTube. She's from the UK. Absolutely, totally different way of reading. She does readings every day, and readings about, just what's going on in general. And you never know what's going to pop up. Very interesting way of reading. And she incorporates a lot of different things. She's outstanding. So you can see where you can take off. The card is a focal point and where you can take off, Carol, from there. Another good reader that I have found is also, let me see, what country is she from? Not really sure. I think she's from, what do I want to say? Hungary, someplace like that. And readings by Isabella. She's also on YouTube. I follow her on YouTube. She's outstanding. and it's different way people incorporate the cards into their readings. She does global predictions. She uses dice. She uses several decks. That's another thing. Some people use several decks at once. So it's kind of interesting. Aren't you glad you asked that question? So that's someplace where we can go. But I would recommend those two readers. I find very interesting. There was also one that is, I recommended to Richard, and her name is Elise something. She is on YouTube. She is also Elise Wickers or something like that. ALYCE, Alice Elise. She's humorous. She's got a dry sense of humor, and she's a very good reader, in my opinion. So there you go. Okay. So we will talk about that, Carol. Thank you for that. Okay. Let's get started here. Hi, Richard. Nice to have you with us. Miss Mary. Yes. Okay. So that was Vincent. Very nice to see him. Okay. And his hope he is doing well. Okay. Robert, let's get started with you. So our special contributors here, I'm going to pull a card as well, and I'm trying to do spirit messages, but I'm really not sure what's going to come out. So let's see. All right, let's pull a card. Oh, here. Allium. This is from Alchemy Flower Oracle. I just thought summer, flowers, love them. Okay, good fortune and prosperity, Robert. Whoops. Good fortune and prosperity. That's great. I love alliums. I think they're gorgeous. I tried growing them, but I didn't do very well, so I have to try again. Good fortune and prosperity. That's the psychic part. Let me see what else I got. Robert, I don't know. I'm getting a horse here. And I got something for Ruth right away. I'll give her that as soon as I can. I have a horse here. So I don't know if you know of anybody that was associated with horses. I don't know why I'm getting that. I also get Nevada. So I'm wondering why that is. Am I speaking to Linnell, to Kim Smith? I'm trying to go to Robert. Wondering what that's about. And I got pickles. Did we talk about pickles before from the spirit world, from your mother? Did anybody make pickles? Quite interesting. So what would I get? What am I getting here? I know we always have your mom. She's surrounded by some family, Robert. I feel as if there's a brother. So do you have an uncle passed over there? I feel like she's got a brother with her. And she's talking about chimes. She's chiming in. And the way she's saying that is she's showing me wind chimes. I don't know if you have wind chimes or if you've been hearing them. She's talking about that they bring good fortune that you definitely need. She's assisting in trying to, she's funny. I'm trying to correct some missteps with you. I'm trying to correct some missteps with you, she's saying. Like missteps that you have made. Not that she's made. I don't think, she probably did make some mistakes. But she seems like a lovely woman. But she's talking about having to guide you. Okay. So she is guiding you to a better she goes, you deserve a better life. And to make sure not to cut yourself off from wishes, dreams, and possibilities. Okay, I'm writing this down. I don't know why, but I am. So I hope that is appropriate for you. Do have that male chiming in, and I still get this horse feeling and like Nevada. So I don't know if that is indicating a trip in the future, if that is a place that you would be interested in going to. Now, something kind of stunning next month. I'm getting September stunning. So I don't know what that means. Keep an eye out for that. Keep that in the realm of possibilities. And she says, don't think too much and don't analyze too much. You know, when things present themselves to you, know that that is possibilities and opportunities you are being guided to from the spirit world. Okay. So everyone is very happy for you. Things are going to improve drastically if you allow. Okay. You have a habit of, Robert, keeping your nose to the grindstone and not looking up. Don't forget to look up and don't forget to smell the roses. Okay. So that's my lecture for today. Thank you, Robert, for joining us as always. Carol, how are you? Good evening. So nice to have you with us, Carol. Let's see. Let's pull Mysterious. Mysterious. A beautiful flower. And I can't pronounce it. Cerinthe? Cerinth? Cerinthe. Mysterious. Hope you can see that. Isn't that pretty? Mysterious. You know what I think that is mysterious? Mysterious to me, for you, would mean, Carol, you are not showing all your cards. Okay. I think you have a tendency to keep your the hand you've been dealt close to the vest. Not one to immediately show feelings or emotion. Okay. You have a good poker face, is what I'm trying to say. So that would lend to mystery. And I think it's an attractive quality because I don't think people actually know what you're thinking. I think you have a facade for business and for associates, and you might be letting your guard down a little bit more in the winter month, October, November, December, January, February, those months. And I've been hinting at romance for quite a bit. I think that is going to happen. And what I'm kind of getting, Carol, is you do have to leave the house. I know, right? Darn it. So let's see. Is this Dad? Come on in. Come on down. Such a nice looking man. Your mother is like this to me. She's like, just paying you a compliment, ma'am. I want to talk about it. There's an older woman over in spirit. Your parents are always around you and they usually chime in. And I have an older woman. This would be, is this Dad's mom? Very, very Italian feeling with her. A lot of meatballs. Big bowl of salad, lots of crusty bread, all this going on. Stirring the sauce, I would imagine, on the stove, that kind of feeling. And I have an older gentleman, I think would be her husband, a grandfather, who had something with his leg, rheumatism, gout, something where he needed to elevate his leg. But he's doing fine now, kind of dancing a little jig there. So I don't know his nationality, if he was Italian as well, or something else, but he's doing a little dance here, a little tap dance, a little jig. They're showing me gold coins, so I'm wondering, this feels familiar to me. I don't know if he was a saver, if he left money, if he something golden opportunity is he speaking about. Comes in visitation, he says he's a little nosy. And then when he's showing me a couch, I guess he's coming into maybe your living room area. And I feel as if now this could be his home, your home prior. I'm seeing a window, beautiful like bow window or picture window. And there's a cat sitting on the ledge. You know how they like to sun themselves. So I have that vision. So I don't know if that is your current situation or a prior life here for them. What is heaven for them? What do they have to say? What is heaven for them? You know, and I feel very water with him. Like, Ocean, lake, rivers, water. I feel water around this gentleman. And you're another one that keeps their nose to the grindstone. Don't forget to look up and to get out as often as you can. You need a break from work. I do get dollar signs. I do feel more money coming in. 2024 is a little bit better for you. And I hope that makes sense. So, and I gave you your card, right? Yes. Okay, mysterious. Okay. Thank you, Carol, for joining us. Thank you for your super sticker. Okay. Hi, Linnell. Okay, that takes care of our super sticker peoples. Hi, Robin. Robin's joining us as well. Robin's Cosmic Soulful. Nice to have you with us tonight. Robin is on Tuesday evenings, 8 p.m. Bob Barker, yes. Hi, Ward. Astral travel. Okay, I will look at that. I will look at that, Ward. Carol says, thank you very much. All right, let's see where we are at. Let me get to Ruth. Hi, Ruth. Darling. Perfection. Perfection. Interesting. Perfection. I think that is for Mary. Calla Lily for Ruth is rebirth, beauty, and purity. I don't know where I'm going with these readings, but I hope this makes sense to you. There is a rebirth with you. You know what I'm kind of getting, and I'm not trying to be fresh, Ruth. What I'm kind of getting is you give very good practical advice. Your books are very helpful to people in exploring facets of themselves and letting go of things. What I'm kind of getting is follow your own advice. And I don't mean that to be curt or, I'm saying that because that's what I'm getting. Be generous with yourself, Ruth. You are a very giving person, is what I get. Oh, your other message was that I got before the show really started. Horn of Plenty. You know what the Horn of Plenty is? Like a cornucopia. Thanksgiving time, you'd see that with either vegetables or flowers or whatever on the table. That's what I'm getting from the spirit world. So I'm wondering if this is the grandmother in spirit that comes in quite frequently and is talking about a special Thanksgiving time. Would this be doing something different? Having the family, having the gangs all here kind of feeling, but she's talking about that. So I don't know if that was a special time for her or she is indicating this is going to be a special time for you. As I have mentioned before, I do see the like a gift set of books for you. And this lady kind of likes that. And she's funny. She's done this to me before, Ruth. She comes and sits and pulls up a chair at the table here. And it's like, I'm not going anywhere. She's got a cup of tea. She's kind of very practical. I like her. She says, whatever you do, don't call me Granny. She's funny. She's very persistent here, and she makes herself quite comfortable. And she's a joy to spend time with. Very practical woman, loving. You can tell she has the hands of someone that could do anything, like cut vegetables, grow vegetables, loved flowers. I see beautiful flowers, particularly gladiolas in the yard. I have a beautiful sprawling rose bush, maybe a wild rose kind of feeling with her, pumpkins and gourds. So there must be something coming up in the fall here, October, November, Thanksgiving time that she's speaking about. I do feel the gift set going back to the books and something combined. Possibly, you've probably thought of this, possibly bookmarks with that set or with an individual books. There is something coming that has your own unique flair. Okay, so I hope that makes sense, Ruth. They're going to do very well. Just a little bit more patience. And a masterclass would be great because that would show off your work and your abilities. Don't forget to take your own advice, she says so. I love that for you. Thank you so much, Ruth, for joining us. Okay, where are we? We are, I thought I saw Linnell in here. Linnell. I'm going to pull a card for everybody. I just can't stop. Once I start, I can't stop. Linnell. Okay. Radiant Charm. Yep, that's you. Persian Buttercup. Wow. That's different. That's unique, isn't it? This is for you, Linnell. Persian Buttercup. Never heard of it? It sure is beautiful. Kind of reminds me of a poppy in a way. Radiant Charm. Yep, that's you, girl. What am I getting? I'm getting the pickles again. I thought that was for Robert. Sometimes your spirit loved ones will cut in line. So if it doesn't quite resonate with the person I'm giving the message to, if it feels right for you, jump in and let me know because maybe I'm misdirected. All right, let's see. What am I getting? So giving so much time to you know how you empty, I think I remember you doing this. Remember how you emptied the garage? I kind of feel in the back of your mind, as with all of us, there is some unpleasant memories or experiences that you're still working through. I'm being asked to remind you, once you've approached that and dealt with it, it goes out to the dumpster. We don't have to hold on to it anymore. Give yourself the peace of freedom. That's what I'm getting. Give yourself the freedom. Now, you are perfect just the way you are. Multifaceted a woman. I feel there's an understanding as well. I feel like there's a visit and I feel like there's an understanding. I also get the very strong impression of a shaman here. So I'm wondering if you've been working within that path, that spiritual path, or if you have a guide that is that, a shaman, something like that. And I feel very, I'll tell you what I'm seeing. I'm seeing like a buffalo headdress kind of thing with horns. This is what I'm seeing. So maybe Native American? Don't be a medicine man. This is shaman. Excuse me. I just got the word Peru. Don't wonder if that means anything to you, Linnell. I feel spirit world. I love the Slovak, Ukrainian, Eastern countries. I get that feeling, Russia kind of feeling. St. Petersburg, the towers I'm seeing. I get the feeling of your ancestry there. Pickles, like a corned beef kind of feeling. What are those things they throw in there? Are they peppercorns? I feel like of that, a barrel of pickles being made. I think I've had this picture before. And I have a gentleman who smells like wet wool. I think he's visited me before, and I feel there's a pipe smell and like the smell of beer. Usually I get like whiskey. This is kind of a stout or a beer kind of feeling in a big mug. And it's the kind of place that he visited, a pub kind of feeling or a bar that would have pickled eggs on the bar, in a big jar for like 5 cents, he's telling me. And you yourself are like a wild horse. He's saying you always were like a wild horse, and it's okay to let that side out. You've had to tamp that down for many years. It's time to be who you want to be. You have a lot of collective abilities. like some other people that I know that are very accomplished at many, many things. They're not sure where to direct their energy. That's what I get with you. You have so much to offer in the healing profession, in the spiritual realms, with a lot of people very curious to come in and use your voice box like a trance state. So I do have that. And I also kind of getting you are learning little tidbits of wisdom and you're not collecting them. So I kind of get this lady picking up these little like stardust kind of feelings, idiosyncrasies, curiosities, words of wisdom, little things that you've accumulated over the years. And she's picking them up behind you and putting them in a basket. So I'm wondering, does that represent collecting every little pearls of wisdom, little gems that you're dropping around that you don't understand that you're doing that and how helpful they would be to other people? I wonder if that makes sense to you. This could be a book. It could be a drama. It could be a play. It could be working in any of those things, particularly with kids, helping them expand their horizons and their imagination. So thank you, Linnell, for joining us tonight. Mary, so nice to have you with us. Thank you so much for joining us. Satisfaction and bliss. I know I had another card pulled for you, but I like this one. This is called the Blazing Star. There you go, Mary. I hope you can see that. It's kind of pretty. I hope you can see that. And it is saying kind of difficult. These really don't show up as well as I would like, but satisfaction and bliss. I think you're not resting on your laurels, Mary. I feel like there is something new, a new project, a new formula, a new inspiration for something, a new healing. I also get the word conference. I feel like you're going to be attending a conference, maybe as a panelist, as a guest. You have major contributions to this for this audience. So I hope that you will take that opportunity. I don't know if you've written a book or you are writing a book. I feel that there's a lot of inspiration, a lot of wisdom that you have to share. Now, I have a man in spirit I feel coming forward, and I feel very fatherly with him. And I feel like an adopted father, like maybe a grandfather stepped in, or an adoptive father somehow, maybe an associate, friend of the family, uncle, someone that stepped in that you could count on. I'm wondering if that you would recognize that person, Mary. I kind of get an uncle feeling. And maybe learning how to drive, graduation, some gold, something like that kind of feeling. So this goes back. I feel it's someone that was very acting as if, stepping in, trying to help. I hope that you would recognize that gentleman. Let me know. Let's get the name of Jack. So I don't know if that is a person, an animal, someone that you know, that you're very familiar with. What do they say? Preparation in the end of this year and next year will come into fruition by 2025. We'll be bringing in some prosperity and abundance for you. I don't know if there's a move coming up or you're contemplating a move, but I get the word move. And what else? Besides being delighted that you have joined us here on the Goldylocks Productions team, welcome. I don't think we've had a chance to chat before. And best wishes on your new show. A lot of things coming for you. A lot of new things. And get tassels, too. I don't know what they're referring to with this person. Something with tassels. If it's drapes, clothing, a scarf. I'm trying to stay away from the burlesque kind of feeling that I get with tassels. This is more somber, more regal feeling with that. So I'm wondering if you understand what that is, Mary. Thanks for joining us on the show. Delighted to have you with us. Okay, we got Ruth. We got Carol. We got Nell. We got Mary. Yeah, yes, Vincent. It was a lot of fun. Really great guy. Good to see him. Okay. Oh, Maureen. Okay, Maureen, how are you, dear? She is on Rumble. Word I'll get to you next. Let's see. Maureen, let me pull a card for you, dear. Celebrate. A lot of love. This carnation. I don't know if I pulled this for you. Carnation. It's a beautiful card. Let me hold that here like that. And that is love. Beautiful. So what are we doing for you? Let's see. You know, we had Kelly Jo Psychic last week as our special guest. It was wonderful to have her back on. She had delivered a message to you that I think she got part of it regarding your son. I think she got part of it, but I got a different perspective, and I have always gotten a different perspective than that. And I'm not taking anything away from Kelly Jo. She is incredibly talented. It's just a different perspective. I think when she said drug overdose, she was saying what they say happened here in this case. And I'm sorry to go back to that. But, and I feel your son is joined by 2 other people. I feel there's 3 young men around the same age. Maybe one is a little bit older, like 40, 30s, 40s. But I feel them hanging around together. Very happy to be here for you. And they're showing me slipping on a banana peel. Like the older one is saying, I kind of slipped on a banana peel. I don't know what that means. I'm going to just give it to you. It's amazing. These 3 people feel very comfortable in nature and outdoors. I get an outdoors camp. I get like a camp. I don't know if it was a fishing camp or hunting camp, but I get that impression. That is what heaven is like for these 3 gentlemen. And I want to reassure you, things happen in God's time. It's not over yet. I get it's not over yet. Of course, things are held up because of the way things were unprofessionally conducted from the get. Now, your son is not saying this to me. The other gentleman, who is about almost 40, is saying, cousin, is saying this to me. Drop the ball right from the beginning. Kelly Jo did say that. Yes, I agree with that. There's also misdirection, miscommunication. They took something for granted. They took for granted, and you were right. They were like, oh, just a drug overdose. Who cares? And that is not what happened. I'm glad that you shared, and what you were feeling, what you've been told, what you've heard. It's all relevant, is what I'm getting. And I think you are going to be asked to retell those details again coming up. I like the month of September, October, November, December, before year's end here. Now, something was found that was not looked at appropriately. This is going to resurface, and we've had this come up before. And I keep saying this, like red rag or cloth or something. And it was in a box. It was collected. It was in a box. It really wasn't looked at, but it's been pulled out and is being re-examined. Now, the good news, so this will resolve. And I do also get the word corruption. So you were correct. There's something happened here. And I'm sad about that. And I'm also very sad. I saw your Facebook post about your St. Michael's statues being stolen. And your son says, Mom, don't worry about it. maybe they needed them more than me. He says, remember, I'm surrounded by the angelic realm. You there on the earth plane are not. So he said, maybe they needed it more than me. So, brilliant young man. Shows me a bunch of daisies just for you. And it's talking about taking a trip. Maybe an RV, something like that. I feel like there's a trip. I feel there's nature involved. I feel there's water involved. Going to stop in different places and enjoyable. He says, you long awaited rest. You have to take this off, Mom, and hand it to them. It doesn't change anything. And nobody's going to get away with anything. So I just want to pass that on to you. I hope that is helpful to you, Maureen. Thanks for joining us. Oh, Ward, here we are with you. You know about astral travel? I am familiar. I've done it. I had one experience years and years ago where I went up so high that it looked like to me that all the stars in the sky were part of a matrix, and they were like light bulbs that actually screw in. I remember being up and over that. And then I went somewhere else. I'm not quite sure where I went. But I was kind of flying around, like almost had a perspective of lands, people, countries, the United States, whatever, different perspective from high above. Let me read what your question is again. I'll get to your comment, Ruth. Oh, Word has a shaman as a guide too. Okay, let me get back to your question, Ward. What did I do with it? What did I? Oh, Word is saying to me, as I astral travel off into a ship in space, I have no vision, only able to smell, hear, and feel. Can you help me see why I go there? Now, the perfect person to answer that would be Reverend Tiffany, I would say, but I will wing it. And you know what I get? I'm not making fun at all. I have to tell you this. I'm getting the ET feeling, the phone home thing. He says, I want to go home. And I think that's where you are going with this astral travel. You want to go home. And I can kind of understand that because you don't fit here, Ward. You're only supposed to be visiting and collecting information and data and returning home, which I think is that spaceship. There's a whole world and dimensions that they are speaking about, which you would totally understand. And I'll tell you, you should really be watching Reverend Tiffany's show on Sunday evenings if you're not already, because she talks about this. Very galactic. Now, this is above my pay grade. Tiffany knows that. We've discussed this. It's not that I'm not a believer. I'm just unfamiliar with and uncomfortable with that realm. But I do understand about the astral travel. And I think that is your mission, was to come here and collect data and return. I will pull a card for you. This is called Clarkia. There's another word in Latin, and it is delight. This is a flower for you, Ward. It is delight. I hope that you appreciate that and that you have a lot of delight in your life. And when I'm kind of getting also, Ward, is whatever experiences you were having astral travel, if you can, keep a notebook next to your bed, even a little thing like this, and write it down as soon as you wake up. It's very informative, and it's going to validate what you're sensing and feeling. Okay? Thank you, Ward, for joining us tonight. I hope that was enough. Okay. Well, so Ruth says, well, Carolan, that was amazing. My grandma on my mother's side, for sure, able to do everything. Flowers, gardening. When I was a kid, we always went to her house for Thanksgiving. Great. And Ruth says, I have a bunch of bookmarks that I've made and have a couple of new things coming out later this year. You are amazing. Well, thank you very much. I think you're amazing, Ruth. Word says he has a medicine woman and shaman with a feather as a guide. That's great. Linnell says that's my people. Happy birthday to Maureen. Her birthday is Saturday. Maureen says, I'm sorry. Mary says, Jack, he was a neighbor. Okay. Good. Hi, Sarah. I have a couple people to get to you, before I get to you. Okay. Hi, Kim. Oh, Maureen, Tiffany is interpreting here for me. She said, Maureen says that pink carnation is her favorite flower. And thank you so much. She appreciates it with all her heart. Oh, thank you very much. Hi, Tatiana. No, you're not too late. We got time. Word says, thank you. Ward says, I have the same experience every time, but just in a different day. Okay, write that down and what you are collecting while you go there. You're so focused on going there and being there that you're forgetting what you're supposed to be collecting from there to here, from here to there. Okay. All right. Let me get back on track again. Okay. Where am I? You got Linnell says, yes, we'll do. We read Ruth's comment. I think Kim Smith is on here. Kim Smith. Hi. Are you the reason I'm getting horses? Kim Smith, I'm going to play your card. Hope. Kim Smith, Hope. That is the card for you, Kim. That's a snowdrop. And I feel snow in the mountains, wherever it is that you are, snow in the mountains. Refreshing. I feel refreshing change, cooler weather, snow, little flowers peeking up through the snow. So maybe we're going into spring of 2024. I still get the lasso. I still get something very, I don't know if I'm getting galloping or gallant. I think gallant. I feel very gallant, very gallant. I don't know why I'm saying that. I feel that there is something. I also want to say tread lightly. I'm also getting the Semper Fi snake. You know what I mean? Don't tread on me. That's what I get. This is Kim's motto. Don't tread on me. And I understand that, and I know where it's coming from, and I don't blame you. You are going to soften a little bit. You're going to laugh a lot more. There's things coming that are planned for you that are out of your control, and don't try to control it. Just go with the flow. The business, I feel a merger. I feel like there's something more here with that business, okay? Feel there's something more, either a partnership, a show, or something, a new product, something more coming in here. And I also get a book, so I'm wondering if it's a book, a pamphlet, a trifold, something like that. I think I've mentioned this before, and maybe you've done this, but I keep getting that. That's kind of a key. So I wonder if that is helpful to you, Kim. Thank you so much. Robin. Oh, my goodness. Who else? Oh, I have a couple more. Okay. I have 10 minutes. Robin. So nice to have you with us. Robin is Tuesday evenings. Robin's Cosmic Soul Food. Excellent intuitive medium, psychic. We have time message, please. Kim Alfman. Yes. Kim Alfman is on here. Open heart, larkspur. This is a beautiful flower for you. Your mother says that you would know what this flower is. This is a larkspur, Larkspur. She said you would know what this is, and is open heart, and that is definitely you. I hate to tell you this, Robin. but there is love coming for you. I don't know if you're ready for that. New love. So I'm going to keep a lid on that for the moment. But it's something to aspire to, something to know that there's out there. And someone who knows how to laugh a lot. God knows you need that. So this is from your mother, okay? And she's showing me in the pips. What is this group? Remember how, oh, you wouldn't remember. She's showing me from like the 60s and 70s how many African-American groups there were of men, sometimes men and women, but generally men groups, boy groups that were great vocals and dancers. And it was like Motown, the beginning of Motown. Okay. So I'm getting a group like that. And it's something in the Pips, or I think it's Pips, Pips. I'm not sure. I know there were some, cannot remember the names of some of these great vocal groups, but I get that smooth, God, nobody could sing like that or dance like that. Just so smooth. Their movement on stage and the voice is like silk or velvet is the feeling that I get. So she's bringing your attention to that. Okay. And she says, open heart, love is coming. And she's picking because you can't. I have somebody who has a great sense of humor, a lot of laughing. I mean, laughing to where you have to excuse yourself because you think you're going to wet your pants. That's how bad it is. And tears coming down your face. That kind of laughing, which is exactly what you need. Tatiana. Darn, I came in too late. All right. Departure, Tatiana. Departure. What am I saying that? Aster. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love all these purple colors we're getting. Tatiana. Departure. I feel as there's a departure from your old ways. I have an older gentleman in spirit, and I don't know what he's holding. And I also see like a big draft horse or a Belgian, something Belgian or some kind of Belgian draft horse. I don't know. Big, like a Clydesdale kind of look. And a very religious, spiritual feeling with a woman over there with a like a black kind of scarf. So it would indicate either mourning or something like that. Very religious. Departure from the usual. Departure, something new. Ooh. This fell out. Daffodil, new beginnings. So I feel a departure, Tatiana, from what you're previously doing, moving into a new venue, a new home, a new relationship, a new career, something new here. And dedication. So that will work for you. Okay? Hope that is helpful. You're welcome. Tatiana. There was one more person. Kim. Did I get to you yet? No. And I hope I didn't skip anybody. If I did, jump up and down. You know, Shaylee comes on. I always miss her because she just comes in briefly. Robert is saying, thanks. Thanks for the message. The man with my mom is her brother, my idol growing up, Uncle Charlie. We'll keep in mind next month. Okay. Great. Kim, perfection. This beautiful flower is very vibrant, and it is a tulip. Now, that would not strike me as being a tulip, but it is. It's like an orange tulip. To me, representing Halloween, fall, some kind of anniversary, birthday celebration. Okay? Very special for you. And I'm also getting someone dropping. They were holding a Bible and they're dropping it on the table, excuse me, it's not a Bible. It's a book of Psalms. The book of Psalms. There's a message there for you. So it's not like the whole big Bible. It is the book of Psalms. I'm drawing your attention to that. We are at where are we? Tatiana says great. Ward says okay. And Robin says, wow, you are amazing. Yes, I was listening to Motown earlier. I felt the song was from my mom. Let me remember. I love laughter. I was quite the comedian when I was young. Well, the relationship that awaits is like so funny. And what I'm seeing is, you know, that heart necklace that's two pieces, like one person wears one half and the other person wears the other half. What I'm being referred to is the part the heart is broken. Oops. I don't know what happened to my thing. Let me shut this off. Okay. Sorry. Something blew up on my computer. I get the two pieces, meaning that you're both broken hearts, but they come together. And through, you know, that old saying is, the cracks are what let the light in. That's for you, Robin. Kim says, thank you. Kim says, thank you. The Book of Psalms is what I use to do my rituals. So this means I need to do manifestation ritual for the holidays. Yes, I would think so, particularly in the fall, because and set some intentions. Okay, some new intentions. Okay. Robin says, I just told a friend before the show I'd be happy alone the rest of my life. I guess that was a lie. Not happening. You're not meant to be alone for the rest of your life. So, and let me see. Is there anyone else? 8:57. Oh, how did I miss Sugar Kim? We did her. I did her. Kim Smith. We did her. I'm just checking to see if I missed anybody. If I did, please join us next week. We got Mary. We got Sarah. There it is. I know I missed somebody. I'm not familiar with you, Sarah. I got a couple of minutes. I'm going to pull a card for you. Dream Messenger. You know these orange cards I'm getting tonight. That looks like a poppy. It is. It's an Arctic poppy. And this is for you, Sarah. Cavallero. What a lovely name. Cavallero rolls off the tongue. Dream Messenger. Somebody is trying to send you something, dear. So as I advised Ward, you might want to keep a notebook or something next to the bed and don't try to interpret it, but the messages are going to come in while you're sleeping. That's the best time to reach you. Write them down when you wake up and you can contemplate them later. The idea is get the data, just like I told Ward. Grab the data. You can interpret it later, analyze it later. Just get it. So I think that's wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We are at 8:59. Let me see if any more cards. Join us next week. I'm not sure what we're doing yet. And if you have any ideas for classes, I forgot to mention that. For some, we have a new ability on StreamYard for master classes. If there's some class ideas, something that you would love to see, let me know. I would love to teach some new classes, but I only want to teach things that you would be interested in. Okay. So thank you so much for joining us. You can always message me, go to my website, message me if you have an idea, or check me out on Facebook. Okay. And we would love to hear your comments. We got one from Carol, was about tarot classes. Maybe Richard. Oh, Richard Riddle, I forgot. Oh my God. Healing. Got these beautiful flowers for you, Richard. I am so sorry. I knew I skipped somebody. Fever View. Healing. There's a lot of emotional letting go there, Richard. It's dropping it, moving on. Song in your heart. That's what I get. I hope that makes sense to you. Thank you so much. Carol says, fun show tonight. Thank you all for joining us. Join us next week. Until then, take it easy. Enjoy.